Evening, Silv. Evening, Bill. How are you both?
Were you good, mate?
Good.
Very good, thank you.
Look, Silv, we'll kick off with you. Look, tough day at the office today, but luckily for you, Ascot is 5 days, not 2. So plenty of time to right the wrongs. I thought Bangkok was particularly impressive. That it didn't quite work out, but he ran well, and the winner was beyond impressive, wasn't he? What did you make of Lord North?
Well, the winner was special. Bangkok run well for a long way out, and the horse beat him last year. We just finished very close to him this time. We didn't win the race, but we're happy with the run, He's a horse probably, and at the end of the year, we're going to travel abroad with him for them, them big races, and I'm sure he will grow up, and, we hope to see the improvement on him,
Something to look forward to.
Group 1 Power ran well in the King George handicap. He ran well, 4th.
Yeah, he has, and probably didn't have the best run around, but he has every chance at the same time, and he was a good run, he was a massive prize, 28-1. He finished 4th, so we're happy with the run.
One man who did have a good day is the Prime Minister, as I call him, Bill Esdaile. You did put up Lord North, you put up Huckham, you put up Tactical. I hope the family are having a takeaway this evening, Bill. The wife's been told she doesn't need to cook.
No, you were the one who said at the beginning it's 5 days, not 2. So
I thought you were going to say I do the cooking in this household.
I do the eating, Luke.
You do the eating.
Yeah.
Right, guys, let's kick off straight into tomorrow, into the Golden Gates handicap. I mean, new race. We don't know a lot. Mafia Power was one of yours that you were going to ride, Silv. Money for Global Storm this evening. Charlie Appleby. Money for Acquitted of Hugo Palmer's. Usual question, Silv, if you could ride one, what would you ride? And Bill, who are you headlining?
Well, I think Richard Hughes' horse going there with David Egan, with a low weight, I think he got a great chance in this race.
Mary Knight.
Mary Knight,
yeah. And I think he could be a massive player there.
Bill? Come on, carry on this rich vein of form.
I'll give you 2. I really liked Acquitted. He's kind of close to favouritism. Hugo Palmer's horse that Ryan Moore runs. I mean, he chased home Palace Pier. That form could be very good. That horse runs in the St James's Palace. Step Up and Triple Soup. Horror draw in 15. I'd go with him. And I'd also go with one of the outsiders, the top weight Highland Chief, with cheap pieces on for the first time. Drawn in 16, around 16, 18-1. Third in last year's Chesham. Could surprise a few at big price.
Right, let's move on to the Wolferton. It's run at 150, and the world will feel a much better place at 152 tomorrow, Silv. And it's now on your best chance of the week, Foxtel. He's 3-1 favourite, shortening up all the time. That he's lightly raced. He was good at Donny when he won. He came 4th in the Champions Stakes. Andrew Balding is in flight. This is it. This is the moment you're going to kick off the week. How excited are you to ride him tomorrow?
Yeah, it's always nice to ride a favourite, and when you ride a favourite, you're going to the race with a chance, then go in the race and a 25-1 or 33-1 shot. But he's a horse there, probably could give a run for his money, is Dubai Warrior for John Gosden, And I think he's a good horse too, but I hope he has a lot to do to catch me up in that race,
Is this the one you're looking forward to riding most all week?
I know we got a few more other chances. I hope later on we got Miranda, but and other rides. But tomorrow I think he could be a good thing. Foxtel.
Bill, come on.
There we are.
Tip it up for Silv's sake. You're in such good form, Bill.
Silv just told you it's a good thing for tomorrow. Is Foxtel? He's a very good thing. The only thing I would say, we've got to wait and see what the weather does, because there are dark clouds over us and we could get a lot of rain. If there's a lot of rain, Foxtel handles it. Sir Dragonet.
I was going to say, that form in the Derby for Sir Dragonet.
He won't be far away. And another one at the massive price that could run well there, King Ottica, about 20-1 shot. Had a pipe opener the other day. I think he can run well. But I think Foxtel, the one to get Silv off the mark.
Right, let's roll swiftly into the Jersey, the Group 3. You ride Mystery Power for the Hannon team. Another yard that are going well. He's a 20-1 chance. That he won a couple of times as a 2-year-old. He's got a nice bit of form in behind Pinatubo in the Dewhurst. 20-1 could be overpriced, Silv.
Well, we hope so. We hope for a good run. And, obviously he's a horse. He's entitled to be in that race. And it's a tough race, It's a tough race, but he's you know, I can't see Adair get involved. You know, I can't see him get involved in the finish. I think the horse there is a very dangerous Hamadan's horse, Mulatan for Roger Berry.
Yeah.
And I think he's a good horse as well, but he hasn't been out this year yet, so that could be costing him, you know, but he's a good horse.
What are the vibes around King Leonidas, or Leonidas, who I think is from the film 300? I don't know my horses, but I do know my films, so there you go. But
yeah.
What do you know about himself?
Well, I don't know much about that fella. Like, you know, he's, you know, he definitely got a chance as well. Like, you know.
I mean, just on connections, he's unbeaten. John Gosden trained, Frankie Dettori ridden, you know, and he won well last day. He's in the mix, but he's favourite. Everyone knows what he is. He's going to be very talented. I think Sil touched on Molathon would go well. I think Molathon would be the most likely winner for me, but I would just keep an eye out for Monarch of Egypt. The O'Brien team are in great form as ever. He was well backed in the Irish 2000 Guineas and stayed out of trouble in behind them. Looks like a 7-furlong horse. Probably wouldn't want loads of rain, but wouldn't be too much of a problem. I think Monarch of Egypt may be the value there.
Listen to you two, Shrudies. Money for 2 this evening, Molathon and Monarch of Egypt. Bill, I'm beginning to think you've got people all over the country spreading all the money out for you. A chance would be a fine thing. But let's move on to the 3 o'clock, the Chesham. You ride March Law for Mark Johnson. He was 4th at Haydock. It's good that he's got that run into him. A lot of them are finding they need it. They come on massively for him. He's a 20-1 chance in the Chesham. A lot of money around for Battleground from that all-conquering Aidan O'Brien team we've talked about. Just run us through March Law, Chesham. Sil, please.
Yeah, he had a good run at Haydock, you know, and I thought myself he should improve from the run. You know, I was just very happy I got back the ride, you know. You know, I hope the race hasn't come too soon for him, you know. But I think we all have to respect Ballydoyle's horse, you know. Adrian wouldn't enter a horse in a race like that. I think he wouldn't have a chance, you know.
William?
Yeah, I mean, Battleground is favourite on reputation and connections. I was very impressed with Modern News, funny enough, the Godolphin horse. I thought he looked very professional. Charlie Appleby's horse that William Buick rides, I was impressed with him when he won at Newmarket. Again, keep an eye on the weather. Silv's got probably a better chance than he thinks if the rain comes on March Law, but I would take Modern News over Battleground.
Okay, and the 3:35 is the Gold Cup for many, the showpiece of the week. Look, Stradivarius comes back here around a 4 to 7 chance. It will be the cornerstone of most bankers tomorrow. All the money around this evening is for tactician Oisin Murphy riding out of his skin. Silv, I assume you would ride Stradivarius. What will follow him home?
Well, I think as a horse could run very well is a Nath of Rold, you know.
Yeah.
I can't see him.
Out, didn't
you know, he had a terrible trip and he still won. He stays very well, and you know, he goes with Ryan Moore, and you know, I think he's the only horse could have a go with Stradivarius. But I still would have Stradivarius in front of him.
Bill, I won't ask you what you would ride because that would be unfair to the horse. But if you could back one, what would it be?
Well, I call it Technician rather than Tactician, but Technician, who is the second favourite.
One of these days we'll get off without a hitch, won't we?
No, don't worry. It's what I'm there for. Stradivarius, he's going to try and win a 3rd Gold Cup, 4th consecutive meeting that he win. He probably will win, but he's 8 to 13, 4 to 7. The money for Technician is rain based. If the rain comes, Stradivarius isn't at his best, and Technician would be the one to serve it up. I've actually gone for Technician each way in the paper, primarily because he looks a bet to nothing if the rain comes. But I was interested that Silv had a strong word for Nairth Road.
Right, in the 4:10, the Britannia Silver, you team up with Richard Hannon again. You ride the top weight in that race, Sun Power. He was 4th at Lingfield. Another horse who's got some decent form behind Pinatobu. He's top weight, technically the best horse in the race. The ground was, what would he want tomorrow?
Hello?
There we go. We're not editing. We're not editing. We're going to go.
You sent him to sleep. That's why.
Here we go. He can ride horses to sleep, and I can put people to sleep. I wish I could put my 4-week-old baby to sleep. I'll tell you that much. But Silv, run us through Sun Power and the Britannia, will you please?
Well, obviously it's hard to do with a top weight, but he carried the top weight for some reason, but it is a tough ask, and especially in Ascot with a top weight, but he done nothing wrong, this fella, he has a good form behind him, and his first time out this year he finished 4th, so we just hope for a good run.
William?
Yeah, I think the key to this race, look down towards the bottom. There's 2 horses there that I'm interested in. Finest Sound, the Crisford horse, very, very well handicapped horse, handle cut in the ground, drawn highish as well. I think he's a big, big player. The other one I think will run well is the Roger Varian horse, Calusi, drawn 19.
Been well punted this evening, Bill.
Roger Varian had the winner of the last. He looks a class out. One beat a horse called Summit Reach last time by a long way. And even though he's lightly raced, they both look ahead of the handicapper.
Right, in the last, Sil, in the 440, I've got a bit of bad news for you in the Sandringham. Are you ready for this?
Go on, then.
You're on the wrong Richard Spencer horse.
Is it? Okay.
So you're allowed to come second tomorrow, but seeing as I own a small share in the other one, Alabama Whitman, you're not allowed to go past. If they come clear, you're not allowed to go past. Is that clear?
Well, if you'd say so, why not?
To be fair, it is owned by Phil Cunningham's wife, Emma, so I would have liked to think he likes me more than her. Obviously not. She likes her more than me. But look, it's a great race, Bill. I know you've heard a lot about African Dream. Silv, I know a lot about Odyssey Girl. I know you've not ridden her before. What were you told about her?
Well, I haven't, obviously I haven't spoke to the connections yet, but, it's just, I think we're independent here,
Yeah, she's ultra consistent. I can tell you that. She never stops trying, and you just keep pushing her and pushing her. She'll keep going and keep going. One that you don't think will need pushing, Bill, is African Dream. Is that right?
Yeah, well, the African Dream is the big talking horse of the week. It's a John Gosden horse that's got a mark of nothing or whatever. It's running off right at the bottom off a mark of 80, I think, in the Britannia. In the Sandringham. She's very good. She got beaten last week, so she doesn't carry the penalty. But the problem is she's 13-8 in an 18-runner race. I didn't think she'd be so short. She got beaten at Newbury last week by a Roger Varian horse called Stylisque. And they will have a good guide as to where they are with African Dream. And they run a horse first time up this season called Waylek, number 11, Waylek. David Egan rides it. Won on its last start, drawn high. 8 stone 4. I thought that was a little bit of value against the favourite, but the favourite will be hard to beat, but I'll take Waylek each way.
Okay, well, Silv, I hope you ride 4 winners tomorrow, as you now know. Good luck with Foxtel. I mean, I really think you'll get off the mark in the Wolverton. And Bill, give us 2 for the day, please.
2 for the day. If I was to go 2 for the day, I would go Foxtel. I have to go Foxtel because I think that's got a massive chance, and I would also go Monarch of Egypt, maybe in the 225.
Okay, well, that's the Thursday. I'll be seeing you this time tomorrow night, hopefully with Silv having come second and myself with a glass of champagne in my hand. But Silv, look, good luck tomorrow. You've got some good rides, and we'll be cheering you on.
Good luck, Silv.
Thank you so much. Cheers.